Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Zenaton, and welcome to today's video for Legends of Runeterra. Today, what do we have? Well, today's video is going to be about a deck that a lot of people have been asking me to try, and people have also been telling me is kind of a sleeper deck in the current meta. It's like really good, but not that many people are trying it or even giving it credit. I also like the idea of it. We're going to be talking about LUX JAYCE. Now, why is LUX JAYCE good? Well, PNZ removal is solid, like always. Mystic Shot's great. And Demacia is Demacia. We all know Demacia is great right now. So, we're going to be looking at a fairly standard list. Nothing really too crazy about the list here, just mostly stock. Definitely some cards you can change for your preferences. So, let's go and look at the list. Okay, so welcome to the deck. First things first, we are not a control deck. Sure, Lux lets us go later than other mid-range decks, but at its heart, LUX JAYCE is mostly a mid-range deck. Against actual control decks, you know, like Shadow Isles decks, we're not out-controlling them. We are a mid-range deck, we're coming down, we're trying to build up some tempo, and then eventually win with something like a 4 Demacia or a acceleration gate from Jace. Maybe get some Jace spell doubling going on. We have a 1 of Golden Ages too to try to rally win. So that's basically it. Just nice mid-range game plan. Gonna go wide and play a spell that pays us off for going wide. That's the game plan. So let's look at the deck and talk about it really quick. First up, Thermo Beam, just a great solid piece of removal, very flexible, good at killing things like Zoe, good at killing big things, just a great card. Also could technically be used to help level up Jace, but not that often. Forge Chief, card is basically built for this job, coming down early and not really ruining our curve too much, giving us some mana to actually cast our big cards. Only 2 of them because the card does kind of suck if you draw multiple ones. It's only really good on turn 1 to 3, I'd say, but it's still decent and really strong on turn 1. 2 Bright Seal Protectors. I mean, you know Demacia by now. Bright Seal Protector's a great card, so we're going to play at least a couple of them. Pharaoh's Financier. Demacia, it's got a okay financier pool, but it's not as great as, say, like Shadow Isles, but it's still pretty solid. What's the card's name? I believe Unyielding Spirit is a solid card to put on Lux or Jace. Judgment is decent too, so there's some decent hits from Demacia for a financier. A couple of Mage Seeker Persuaders, pretty decent with Bright Steels, decent with Acceleration Gate, and the stat line's okay. 2 mana, 3/2 is fine, but we have so many expensive spells, it's not hard to make this a 2 mana, 4/3 challenger, so we play a couple of them. 3 Mystic Shots. Card's just great. Gonna actually, in this type of deck, it might actually be used as burn a decent amount too, so all 3. 3 Broadwings. This is one of the reasons why we see so much Demacia in the current meta. The card is cracked, so we're playing 3 of them. Unlike other decks, though, we don't have Shield of Durand. I don't really like Shield Durand in this deck. Besides Broadwing, there's not that many great things to shield up. I guess Mage Seeker Persuader and Lux and maybe Jace are the only other things you would shield, so that's why we're not playing shield. Still, though, triple Broadwing is very strong. 2 Sharp Sights, only 2 of them because it's kind of hard to fit in the 3rd. When we want to play other copies of cards. You could definitely cut the Golden Aegis, though, for the 3rd Sharp Sight, I would say, but I like the 1 of Golden Aegis. 2 Single Combats. Again, we're a mid-range deck. We don't want to be sitting back and trying to control our opponents, so we only play 2 Single Combats just for a little interaction instead of all 3 of them. 3 Vanguard Sergeants. Gotta play all 3 of this guy. This guy is this guy creating 4 Demacia is basically a payoff for going wide, which is what we're trying to do. So we gotta play all 3 of them. And a 3/4 body's good too for 3. 1 of Golden Aegis. Rallies are great. Golden Aegis is great. So we play 1 of them. We don't really, unlike certain decks like Scouts or even Severe Action, we don't benefit too much from a rally. Our benefit from rally is maybe we played a for Demacia or something, and then we can rally for a second attack with big stats, but it's not that great. There's not a lot of synergy with Golden Aegis, but it's still such a decent card. And it's pretty cute on, say, like a challenger like Broadwing or a Jace or something. 3 Jaces. Can't go down below 3 for our champions. There isn't really another champion we would play. And Jace's champion spell is Shock Blast and a doubled up Shock Blast. Jace doubling up a Shock Blast is actually a good win con because 6 damage to face is pretty good against most decks because a lot of decks don't have healing at the moment. 2 Concerted Strikes. Yeah, I'd say 2 Concerted Strikes is pretty standard for most Demacia decks that aren't the most aggressive Demacia decks because it just helps you deal with bigger stuff. So things like Pantheon decks. So it's nice as a 2-up. And it's almost a final spark for Lux as well. And then 3 Luxes. Coming down on 5 mana 3/5 with barrier is pretty solid. And final sparks just let you get rid of problematic units and push in even more damage. 3 Assembly Lines. I really don't like this card in all honesty, but we're not playing Hextech Handler, and I would not play Production Surge over Assembly Line. So we're going to play 3 Assembly Lines. Just helps us to go wide and activates our Jaces and Luxes. So we're going to play all 3 of them. 2 back-to-backs. Card use actually costs 5 mana. It got nerfed to 6 mana. For some people actually did not know that. But now that it's 6 mana, it's pretty decent with Jace. Getting doubled up with Jace and giving you some final sparks with Lux is pretty solid. And it's kind of like for Demacia. Kind of. But yeah, just a solid card here. You cast back to back, you're pretty much going to win that combat usually. So solid card. And our last card, Shock Blast. Just 2 of them. Some extra burn here. Removal, pretty solid. And that's pretty much it for the deck. There are other cards you could play if you wanted to. For example, a quick recommendation if you wanted to is Albus Ferris. Some people really, really like Albus Ferris. I like Albus Ferris too, but I feel like this deck would not want to play Albus Ferris. I feel like this deck just wants to go wide. Whereas I feel a more control, a slower Jace deck would probably play 1 to 2 Albus Ferrises. Ferroci? Whatever. And then that's pretty much it. There's not really that many things you could put in. Remembrance is, I'd say, the other card you can consider. I don't really like Remembrance in the current meta over, say, Assembly Line. Sure, Remembrance can high roll and find you like a Screeching Dragon or a Radiant Guardian, but we're in a go wide meta and we're trying to go wide ourselves to take advantage of Acceleration Gate and for Demacia. Remembrance doesn't really do that. And of course, low rolling Radiant Guardian when you didn't have anything die always feels bad. So that's it for the deck. Also quick note, I've started adding some background music into these videos. Nothing special, just like some light background music to basically fill in the dead spots where I'm just not talking and I'm just focusing on the game. I'd like to hear your opinion on it. If you like it, don't like it. I've heard from some people they like it, and I'm probably going to keep it in. So, yeah. Let's go and get into some games, though. Why not? Okay, so what do we have here? Scargrounds. All right. Nothing too crazy here. I actually don't know if I can beat a Scargrounds deck, like an Udyr Vlad list. The hand's not bad. Assembly Line is a decent start. Forge Chief is pretty much what I want in every matchup. I'd like to draw at least 1 Forge Chief every game. Early on, though. Got a good, decent mid game, maybe? I want to say, I don't know. That's fine. As long as they don't have a turn 3 Scargrounds. Or if they do have to have a turn 3 Scargrounds, hopefully they play like a 2-drop here. Not Bone Scry or whatever its name is. Still, though, got a pretty decent draw here. Drawing our champions is basically really, really good. We're probably going to play like... Well, we'll start with this Assembly Line, and then turn 4 is where I'm iffy. Why are you sad here? This is not... Are they sad because they don't have a Scargrounds? I mean, that's rough, but that's Scargrounds. Ooh. That's rough. Not having Scargrounds. They could have Troll Chant. Ice Shards? Ice Shards is terrible if they have to use that. They trade 2 cards for basically... Wow, you had to trade 2 cards, the Reaver and an Ice Shards, for half of my assembly line, basically. And they probably don't even develop the board anymore. Unless they just wanted to bank mana last turn? No, okay, seems like... Alright, alright. Good job, assembly line. You were 1 card. And you took out a Flock, a Reaver, and an Ice Shards. Now, here's the problem. I'm out. I'll probably just play a Jace here, like Quick Attack Jace, maybe Challenger Jace, depending on what they do here. Also, seeing that Flock on is actually really nice. That means Jace is just that much safer. So, yeah, think we won this game. I mean, Alright, well... Let's get a Quick Attack Jace out there. That's rough. Having to play a Merkwolf Shaman and having nothing to activate him. Nice 4-mana 3/3 with regen, I guess. And yeah, I'll just open attack here. Freezes are annoying, but... Yeah.
Let's get started.
You know what? Let's play Lux here. I think I actually am safe to play Lux. If they play something that Jace can't attack into, that's fine. That's annoying. So I can only attack him with Lux here, because Jace will die to any freeze or troll chant. And Scorched. Okay. At least it was 2 cards. Like, I'm losing my units here, which is kind of bad for a tempo-y mid-range deck, but they're losing out on card advantage, and while we don't want to be control, we can play control relatively well, I'd say. I'm just taking 5, whatever. I'm just gonna pass. There's nothing I really want to do here. I could Shock Blast the Rager and their face and start trying to burn them out, but that doesn't feel good. There we go. That's better. You know what? Let's actually go for control. Let's do this. Instead of sending that the other half of the Shock Blast face, let's try and kill that Merkwolf Rager? Yeah, you're called Rager and you're a Shaman. That's fine. Lux is giving me a what? A Final Spark? That's all that matters here. Also levels up my Jace, which is nice. So yeah, let's just prevent them from drawing a card. Get another 2 damage to face. Seems good so far. Don't emote at me. Yeah, I don't really see how I can lose here. It also doesn't help that they just never drew their Scargrounds. Like, that's really the worst. So I'll probably just play like Financier into Jace is what I'm thinking here. Maybe I can find some burn with the Financier. I'll take Remembrance. It's kind of actually not that good because that's also not that good, but get in there, Jace. Give me... Ooh, I'm actually tempted to take Challenger to try and kill Udyr, but you know what? No. Now, do I attack in? No. I'll play around another Troll Chant. But yeah, this is good news now. We've got our combo up. This is basically the combo. A Lux and a leveled up Jace. That's... Oh, I could have attacked. Oh, that's actually bad. I missed out on 5 damage. Whatever. I'm cocky now. This always happens when I'm winning. I get cocky. But yeah, that actually is big when you play mid-range decks, missing out on 5 free damage. But it's fine. It's fine. I don't really see how I'm losing this game. Shock Blast face. We could kill Udyr. That's cute. Yeah. I guess I'll kill Udyr here.
Hey, show me that again.
Kind of sucks that I don't really have anything to Final Spark here, but that's whatever. If they just pass, I'll pass too and burn the Final Spark. I don't really care. Oh wait, no, I get 2 Final Sparks. Right, I forgot. I was talking about the combo, and there it is. Don't worry, opponent, it's fine. You're just losing. Don't worry about it. Want to do some stance swapping? Health isn't not the worst, but it's a little low. All right. That's fine. Let's play this. Mostly just to go wide a bit here. So this will deal 4 and then 3 if I do this. Yep, and that'll kill him, right? Yep, that's just exactly enough. Not getting any more damage on their face, but it's whatever. Took too long to draw that Scargrounds. Ooh, prismatic Scargrounds too. Cute. Want to attack in? You can at least attack in for... I'm not blocking that. I mean, I guess I'll block like this. But I'm not taking... I don't care about the other one. That just felt like a... Okay, you got me. I surrender. Turns out using, like, multiple cards to deal with one card and giving your opponent card advantage is not that good. Who would have guessed? And we just open attack here, and we have back-to-back in case... Oh, there you go. GG. Easy game.
Did we win?
Ooh, okay. A Tri-Beam deck. Tri-Beam, I think, is going to be a tough matchup for us. Their removal suite is just so good. I don't even know if I want to keep Broadwing in this matchup. It's just going to be a tough matchup in general. We'll play it out, of course. Okay, Brightsteel Broadwing is not terrible, and Lux is pretty decent too. Really, I feel like this matchup is going to come down to, did they draw a Tri-Beam in their opener? And I think that's pretty much it. House Spider is whatever. Let's get a Financier out there. I have nothing with Fury in the deck. I could technically try to Remembrance something, but that would mean I'd have to RNG a Remembrance. So, let's take a Progress Day. But yeah, this is probably one of our worst matchups. Scorched Earth, Ravenous Flock, and Tri-Beam destroy this deck, and it's so hard for us to build any kind of tempo here. That is a good draw, though.
Remember, we're the ones who make progress happen.
As is Broadwing right here. And we're just gonna attack in. Not a big fan of this play, but it forces them to consider Mystic Shotting my Forge Chief. Or they'll flock this, okay. Actually, kind of glad they did that. Sure. But yeah, like, we gotta go wide. Our game plan is go as wide as possible, which kind of sucks that we haven't drawn a... That's gonna be rough. That's really rough.
You're covered.
Kind of sucks we haven't drawn an assembly line, though, is what I was trying to say. What are you, pre-combat Mystic? Okay. Thank you for not doing that during combat for some reason. Judgment. Give It All? I think Give It All is actually the card. And yeah, we're not going to block here. There's no point. Don't draw it. Nice. All right, let's hope they don't play Culling Strike. Arachnoid Sentry is annoying, but whatever.
Honor guide me.
Just send in this. Thank you for not blocking with Caitlyn for some reason.
Keep it up.
I mean, I think I'm in an okay spot here. I don't know if I'm in a good spot or not. That's also really good. I didn't hit a, what's it called there? I didn't hit a, I'm going to play this now. Because I want to play, the reason I'm doing this now is I want to play this final spark on Caitlyn. Not a great draw, though. Drawing back-to-back actually, from a progress day, actually kind of sucks. Like, don't get me wrong, 5-mana back-to-back is nice, but still kind of would have rather preferred it to be a, that's fine. Still kind of rather would like this to be 6 mana for synergy, but whatever. This is good, though. This is a nice draw. Alright, so we're just going to go wide here, I think. Another Lux, though. So we'll definitely play at least the Persuader. That guy is definitely getting played. Messes with their board here. Tri-Beam, the first one. Could play this now, but I don't see a point. That's fine. We'll probably just play a Persuader to kill that. Kind of hate if they have Thermo Beam here, but if they have Thermo Beam, then congrats. And it's a 3 damage one for a Tri-Beam. Yeah, that sucks. Could attack in. I'll attack in with this. Sure. And then I'll just Mystic. Like, the good news is we are keeping tempo. We have good tempo here. Our hand is fine. So this is not terrible. But our hand is... Oh god, I forgot about all those flash bombs. Our hand's not the greatest. That's not good either. So I could play Jace Concerted Strike, I guess.
There's nothing a little ingenuity can't fix.
Please don't have another Tri-Beam. They had another Tri-Beam. Yeah, hate to see it. Please don't get a good 4-drop here. Pretty sure it's a 4-drop. Can I not see the card? Okay. That's actually bad? Or is that good? I don't know. We're starting to lose out on tempo. That actually is good for them now that I think about it. That gives them great tempo. And these flash bombs are starting to destroy me.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
Welp. Hi, Farron.
My shield is yours.
I probably should attack in with the 3-2, but they'll just block with the 3-1. Yeah. The fact that they're blocking here is actually insane. Yeah, that is crazy that they blocked here for us. I don't know why they blocked with Farron. That lets me actually kill Farron now with Concerted Strike. Golden Aegis. That actually might be how I win? Interesting. Yeah, this actually might be how I win.
Courage, soldier.
Depending on how they attack here, too, of course. I might just die to Ezreal and Farron. But yeah, this deck, little weak to Noxus base removal. They drew 3 Tri-Beams, wow. Alright. Ren is not a problem. I should kill Ezreal now and use my Concerted Strike on Farron, I guess. Caitlyn is no problem. And they're definitely going to attack in here. We can block everything. Yeah, this is good. This is... They get an attack! What? Okay. So this will bring everything up to a 4-5. Ugh. I could do this for another thermo. Thermo. Bright steel. What is it? Final Spark. That's the card I'm thinking of. I'm surprised they didn't attack at least with Baron. It's crazy. Or even Ren? Okay, Whispered Words. That's fine. Oh, God. Oh, God. Sure? I guess. I can't do anything about that. Kind of sucks. So yeah, I don't know. I'm in a dangerous spot here. Thermo beam. Could save it, I guess. Right, this is dealing 4. Yeah, we'll save him with this. So the good news is we know the rest of their hand. The bad news is we don't have much health. So Shadow Fiend's a 1-mana 4/3, right? All right. I'm so glad they blocked with Base of Burden. That's actually 1 more health because why do they care about Caitlyn more than base? Sure. Mystic Shot's not great. Oh my god, that's 3 Static Shocks drawn. I'm out. I'm just out. I could play Golden Aegis, like a defensive Golden Aegis, and maybe give it all. No, that's terrible. Yeah, we're just dead. Triple Static Shock and that Whispered Words hurt too much. Peacemaker is whatever. So we're just gonna do this. Clears Caitlyn, and we'll just use our Barrier Worker to block the Shadow Fiend. And I just need to draw something good. What do I need to draw here? I don't know, like a Jace, I think? Back to back. Could play the back-to-back now? Well, I'm glad I didn't. I was thinking to myself, like, if I play back-to-back, that puts them down to 3, and that's 1 off. But yeah, I just need to draw, like, a Jace or a Lux or something here. Well, I'm dead if they drew a unit. What a great unit. Well, GG. What am I playing against? Swain Ziggs. Did you mean to put Gnar in your deck? Maybe they don't have a Gnar? I don't know. So, I think I'm going to keep this whole hand except for the single combat. I'm going to treat this matchup like they're playing Burn. But like bigger Burn than, say, actual Gnar Ziggs. Yeah, okay, so it's Burn. I could have Thermoed there, but... Why didn't I Thermo there? Now that I think about it. Whatever. I didn't want to Thermo because... Well, okay, that's even better. I was going to say, I wanted to see what they did on turn 2. So if I could play an assembly line on 3. I am so terrified as to what my opponent's doing. Okay. Why are we playing Crimson Disciple? That's such a good draw, by the way. If they actually play cards. Okay, that's not crazy. That's fairly normal. In fact, we'll just play our Broadwing here. They're not a... You're a burn! Well, aggro deck, and you're not attacking? Opponent, please. You're driving me crazy here. I think I'll just play the Bright Seal here to start with. Now, what do I pull in?
For the Empire.
All right, that's another 3 to face. And I think I'll pull in the Saboteur and attack in with this.
Let's get a good look at you.
Okay, I'm fine with this. I don't want a Thermo Beam because I feel like I need to save my Thermo Beam for Swain. I'm playing this matchup like I'm a control. What is that? I guess I will Thermo that. I don't want them to have a 3/4. Yeah, I guess so. I can play, if they do play Swain, I can just play Lux. This way it feels like they're forced to develop the board, I guess. Because they don't have a good attack here. Unless they start decimating me, in which case, please no. What is this? First time you discard a card or damage the enemy nexus, grant me +2/+1. Go Lux? What, am I gonna get Culling Strike next? Okay, nothing. Cool. And I guess I should just... Assembly Line? So how do you work? So you'll become a 3/3 if they discard a card or damage my nexus. But I just did this. And I think I'll just send in everything? Yeah, we'll just send in everything here. Wait. Did you... What? I'm in Diamond 2. Why? You could respond to my spells, you know? You could have played Minimorph in response to Assembly Line to have prevent me from getting this final spot. I don't know. I really don't know anymore. You know, the funny thing is, I could still see myself losing with some nice Decimates and Noxian Fervors. My opponent's playing terribly. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but they're playing really, really poorly. Can I answer a boat? Transfusion. Okay, that's not too weird. That actually is kind of nice. That gives me something to Final Spark. I know I can Final Spark phase, but it's nice killing something with Final Spark. Yeah, boat is the only thing I'm worried about here. If they play Leviathan, I actually can't kill Leviathan. And my board is... This is looking a little weak, in all honesty. I could technically Concerted Strike. I'm gonna just do this now. Just keep going wide. Their deck is like, okay, and GG. All right, so welcome back to the deck. We played what? 3 games? Went 2-1. Sadly, we kind of went against some a weird deck at the very end. So yeah, but we beat it. We went against a Scargrounds deck. Just one of the last few people who are still on that Udyr Copium. We went against Tri-Beam and got destroyed. Our opponent had a really good draw. They drew 3 Tri-Beams, multiple Ezreals, and I believe even multiple Caitlyns and a Farron. Like, that was just crazy how well they drew there. And it was still actually kind of close. In our third game, we went against a weird brew, some like Swain Ziggs brew, which honestly just felt like they were trying to be both a Gnar Swain and a Gnar Ziggs deck. And they just took out Gnar and put in a bunch of bad cards like Fix 'em Uppers or whatever it's called. And I don't know. I probably would have lost that match if it was against a actual well-refined Gnar Ziggs deck. But thankfully they were playing a weird brew, so we won. But yeah, so that's the deck. If you ask me, I don't know. I don't know about this deck. I think it is strong, and I think it has a solid place in the meta because Demacia is just so good. But for me, it just feels like I'm playing a Yordle and Arms Demacia deck that is a little slower. And I don't know if I like that. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad plan. Because Yordle and Arms, like, Lantern is busted, and Yordle and Arms is busted too. Sure, we have... The trade-off is we get Lux and Jace, and those guys are great. But again, Yordle and Arms and Lantern synergy and Face synergy is so good. But yeah, I think the deck is fine. I'd love to hear your opinion on this deck. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's correct to try to build Jace like this? Or do you think Jace should pair up with Heimer or even like Elise and Shadow Isles and try to be slower? I think there are merits to both. I'm not the best at this because I'm not really a mid-range player, but it seems like a fun, solid deck, and you could probably definitely get to Masters with it. And that's going to be it for today. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like or a comment down below. Always helps me and the channel out. And if you guys want to keep up with the Legends of Runeterra content, you can always go and subscribe to the channel as well. Also, if you want to watch me play some Legends of Runeterra, you can go and check me out over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Zenaton, where I stream pretty much every single day. Anyway, though, with that all said and done, thank you all again once more for watching this video. And until I see you guys in the next one, bye!